Alright, whoa, what's good, man? My name is FlemLo Raps. Want to welcome y'all back to This Week in QB1. Now, this is a series where I keep you guys up to date on all 6 of the players from the QB1 Beyond the Light series. If you enjoy this series, be sure to click the thumbs up button and show your boy some love. Hit me up in the comment section. Y'all already know what time it is. If you happen to be brand new here, man, don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell to enable your notifications. Lastly, before we jump into the video, I'm gonna be uploading a video every day of this week. Well, Monday through Friday. I haven't done this in forever. Just gonna try it out this week. Let's see how y'all respond to it. Anyway, without further ado, This Week in QB1. Cue the Wayne.
Yeah, you'll never no quitter, 'cause I'ma go get her.
So Tate Martel started this year out gaining some valuable experience, getting playing time. At this point in the season, he's played in 3 games and has completed 82% of his passes for 269 yards and 1 touchdown. He's also run for 121 yards and scored 2 TDs on the ground as well. So during the time he's been in there, he's definitely played well, but of course, he's nowhere near the level of Dewayne Haskins at this point. Now, I'm fully aware that everybody loves to hate Tate Martel because of his confidence and bravado, maybe arrogance, makes people uncomfortable. But if you follow him on Twitter, you know it's not uncommon for him to take the social media to support his team and his teammates. Right here, he advocates for Dewayne Haskins to win the Heisman. Now listen, there's 2 ways you can look at this, and I'm gonna take a deep dive into both of them in a new mini segment, and it's so fitting for me and my channel in general. It's called Reading Way Too Deep, something I do on a pretty normal basis. So the first way to look at this tweet is as an innocent tweet from one teammate supporting another. Hey, that's my guy. He's pushing to do something special. I just want to show him some love. I ran across this poll here on Twitter and I want everybody to know where I stand. So basically that way would just be taking it at face value. But the second reading is a little less obvious and it's a little more, I guess, along the lines of the way most people see Tate Martel. Now again, I personally rock with Tate, but yeah, of course, I recognize he carries a bit of an ego with him. And because everybody has somewhat of an ego, like just kind of put yourself into the shoes of Tate. So take your ego, blow it up a little bit more and think, if I was Tate Martel and I had been relegated to the bench, wouldn't I rather be relegated to the bench by the eventual Heisman winner? That's better for my ego. Now listen, it's still possible that Martel may decide to transfer, but Haskins is already a sophomore and people are saying, yo, Tate's not gonna sit for 2 more years. He's not gonna have to. Haskins is a redshirt sophomore. He could go pro after this year, bro. If he doesn't, he's 100% going pro after next year. But if he wins that Heisman trophy this year, the chances of him going pro next year, I think, goes up dramatically. So him winning the Heisman works out in Tate's favor, you know, in pretty much any way you look at it. And I think he's smart enough to know that. Now, with all of that being said, transferring still might be the move because we know that waiting around at these schools is not always the best thing. We've seen this backfire on people. One of our most recent examples includes Kelly Bryant. We know that these big schools especially, they're gonna keep recruiting more players, more of the top players in your position, and those guys will come right in and challenge you. And you could lose your job to them. We've seen it before. Now, let's go to Georgia. Not actually, but let's just talk about Georgia, okay? So last week, Georgia baseball player Adam Sasser yelled out racial slurs toward Justin Fields during the game versus Tennessee. Some other students overheard it and reported the incident, and thankfully, this dude was kicked off the baseball team. Why would a guy who goes to the same university, plays sports at the university, okay, so we represent the same thing, bro. We on the same team. Why does he come to a game where Justin scored 2 touchdowns, by the way, and yell out racial slurs from the stands? Now listen, none of us are shocked by this. If you are shocked, you're lying. Like, we're not shocked, okay? I'm not shocked, but it still sucks. You feel me? It still sucks that Cass is having to deal with crap like this. Now here's the good news. Georgia stepped in and launched an investigation and took swift action with this. So I do want to applaud the university for doing that, man. They came in, this dude was a pretty good baseball player from what I understand, and they kicked him off the team, saying that there's no place for discrimination and hate speech at their university. I respect it. Now, Adam Sasser has since apologized, but come on, bro. Anyway, back to some football. This past week versus Vanderbilt, Justin Fields completed 3 of 6 passes and ran for 18 yards in a very quiet day for him, while our boy Jake Fromm, well, he ate. The man had a season high of 263 yards and 3 touchdowns. This included a 75-yard post route that went for a touchdown, with Jake showing that he can go down the field. So Jake continues to play well and lead the team. Justin continues to play his role. I hope Justin's teammates and his coaching staff understand just how this racial stuff can kind of get to you. I hope they've shown him support. They don't need to make like a big hoopla out of it. Just, go to him, tell him, listen, man, we ain't here for none of that. You feel me? It would be nice if somebody addressed the team as a whole, just to talk about, this is a brotherhood. Like, ain't no place here for none of that crap. You feel me? I know it wasn't a football player that said it, but just to bring everybody back together and let them know, we all on the same page here. You know, f that dude. 2 weeks ago, Sam Hartman threw 4 touchdowns and 0 picks versus Rice. Last week was a different story though, as Wake Forest played Clemson. Sam struggled. The entire team struggled, but Sam struggled, man. He completed 7 of 20 passes, bruh. 7 of 20 passes for 74 yards, no touchdowns, and a pick. They were so outmatched that the Wake Forest coaching staff pulled Sam like 5 minutes into the second half and put in the backups, right? So the backups played pretty much the entire second half, and get this, they did not complete 1 pass. No passes completed from the time that Sam left the game through the rest of the damn game. Now, it's important to note, neither one of those backups was named Tavon Bowers. I don't know exactly what this means, but 2 other guys played. So 3 total QBs played for Wake Forest. None of them named Tavon Bowers. Maybe he has an injury, maybe he's checked out mentally, or maybe the coaches just don't have any faith in him. I'd have to think it's an injury or a mental checkout, because, I almost don't know why they wouldn't put him in, but maybe they feel like his mental is a little bit fragile and they didn't want to expose him to that and send him out there to get thrashed, which is what was gonna happen. So that could be it. But even if that's it, that's not a very good sign if they feel like they still gotta babysit him. So I really don't know. Hopefully some more information will come out with it, and I'll be able to update y'all more in the next episode. Now, I want to send a shout out to Zachary Boyd, who's a photographer. He had a media pass for Iowa State's last game, and he sent me this really cool picture of Real Mitchell. Now, he also gave me some insights into what he noticed at the game. He said he hated to break it to me, but honestly, Real looked really bad. He looked really bad in warm-ups, missing his receivers by a lot. Like, he was way off. He also said that the coaches didn't seem to pay Real much attention, like during warm-ups, during the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they had almost written him off. Maybe he was reading too deep like I tend to do. Maybe he wasn't, because this dude, Brock Purdy, got his first career start, and yes, he is a freshman, okay? He threw for 318 yards with 4 touchdowns. Not only that, but he also ran for 84 yards, which would have been Real's only leg up, but that's not it. He also led Iowa State to the upset victory, so they got the win. This kid was amazing, completing 78% of his passes in a 300+ yard game with 4 touchdowns as a true freshman versus a team that y'all were considered the underdog against. And I wish I had better news on Real, but this time I don't, okay? Now, the thing to remember, all these guys are at the beginning of their careers. We obviously know that not every player is going to make it to the NFL. Not every player is going to have a successful college career, but this thing will twist and turn several times before we actually get to the end. So while a lot of the players had not so great news this week, I wouldn't give up on them just yet. It's still stupid early. Yo, hit me up in the comments and let me know a point in y'all's life where you had to go to your plan B or your plan C or your plan D before you actually found success in the thing that you was looking for. A good example for me was like early on in my YouTube career, bruh. I did rap videos, I did vlogs, I did NBA 2K, I did Call of Duty. I did like multiple different things in a very short period of time before I finally found something that would work for me, which was NCAA Football 14. Speaking of which, the live stream we had this past week was fire, bro. Everybody came through, showed a ton of love. Western Kentucky is the school that we're doing. We got limited scholarships, so if you missed that, man, be sure to click the link in the description. Go subscribe to that channel, FlemLo 2, so that you can come through on the live streams. Other than that, man, that's all I got for y'all today. I'm gonna holler at y'all next time. My name is FlemLo Raps. One.
Yeah, you'll never know quitter, 'cause I'ma go get it.